a shepherd, I shall not want.
What are you so happy about?
Oh, shouldn't I be?
No, we'll probably become slaves to His Royal Majesty Nebuchadnezzar, the new king of Babylon.
The true prophets of God have been foretelling just that.
Daniel, I'd like to call your attention to something. Now look around you. What do you see?
Prisoners, like ourselves, being taken to Babylon.
Yes, but notice that every prisoner is either of royal blood, like ourselves, or held a position of trust and power in the Judean government. What can it mean?
Have patience, Hananiah. We'll know soon enough.
Quiet! I am Ashpenaz, master of His Majesty's eunuchs. This is Melzar, my assistant. His Majesty has commanded us to choose from among you those who have certain qualifications. First, those of you who are of the royal line of David, please stand over there.
That's us.
Yes, come along. We must obey our masters.
Those of you who are governors and officials of Judah, please step over there. The rest of you stand here. Now each of you will be given physical and mental tests. The court physician will start with those of royal blood. There will be absolutely no talking or noise of any kind. All of you who did not pass the physical test, please follow Melzar to other quarters.
We passed the physical. Wonder what the next hurdle will...
Shh, no talking, remember.
Those of you who passed the physical will be given tests to discover how quickly you comprehend situations and problems, how skillful you are in general knowledge and wisdom. To discover if you are able to learn the Chaldean language, and most important of all, to determine if you can carry on an intelligent conversation and mix gracefully with the great and learned men of His Majesty's court. Those who have all these qualifications will be given a 3-year course of study, then become members of the royal court, helping and advising His Majesty. You 4 have successfully passed all the tests. Now you will be given 3 years of intensive studies in all the learning of the Chaldeans. As Judean royalty, you will have a special servant to see that you want for nothing. This is he. Take over, Melzar.
Oh, yes, sir. First, let's get acquainted. My name, as you just heard, is Melzar. And yours?
Daniel, sir.
Hananiah.
Mishael.
Yes?
Azariah.
It is going to be a real pleasure to serve you, but we must change your Israelite names to Babylonian ones. Belteshazzar. And you, Shadrach. You, Meshach. And you, Abednego. As for quarters and provisions, you will remain here in the palace and eat meat and drink wine from the king's own table. For some reason, Ashpenaz has taken a special liking to you 4. So have I. Oh, there's no doubt in his mind or mine that you will go far in the mightiest kingdom on earth, Babylon.
Thank you, sir.
Your studies will not begin for a time, so take it easy. Do what you wish. Call on me for anything you desire.
Thank you.
Meshach.
Abednego.
Shadrach.
Belteshazzar. Well, the Lord of Israel is certainly blessing us.
Yes, just think, here we are, prisoners of war, yet we get to live in the palace and eat directly from the king's own table.
And that, my 3 worthies, worries me. The meat prepared for the king has first been offered to and supposedly been blessed by their God. If we eat, we will, in effect, be paying homage to their God and showing disrespect for our God. Also, my personal opinion is that such food as nuts, herbs, vegetables develop the mind and body better than meat. And we're going to need all the physical and mental strength we can muster for the next 3 years.
Imagine that's very hard to... Well, come to think of it, though, it's a small matter. Is it worth fussing about?
Small or large, we mustn't yield. If we yield in small matters, it becomes easier to yield in large ones. And we do know it would be better if we didn't eat the king's meat. I shall ask Ashpenaz for permission to eat only nuts, herbs, vegetables, drink only water.
I'm sorry, I really am, that Ashpenaz said no. He's afraid a diet of vegetables and water will make you pale and thin. He's fearful lest the king blame him and chop off his head.
I appreciate and understand his feeling, but may I suggest, Melzar, sir, that you test us and see for yourself? Give us pulse to eat, water to drink for just 10 days, then compare our countenance with the countenance of those who have eaten from the king's table.
Fair enough, Daniel. It shall be done, but only for 10 days. I wouldn't have believed it, and I don't understand it, Daniel. But the days are over, and you four are fairer in complexion and more firm of flesh than those who ate the king's meat and drank his wine. I shall give the order. Henceforth you shall eat and drink as pleases you.
These subjects are difficult, and 2 more years of study yet to go. I don't know, Daniel, if I'll make the grade or not. These subjects are deep and hard to understand.
I doubt if we have anything to worry about. Not so long as we study hard, do all we can, and remain true to God. He'll give us understanding and knowledge.
The 3 years are up. Now the most difficult task of all lies ahead. The examinations.
You have nothing to worry about. You four are by far the most industrious, sincere, considerate, and kind men I have ever known. You will pass the examinations with honors. I know it.
Long live Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon!
Well, well. So you are the 4 that I've been hearing about. You haven't been told, have you, how you fared in the final examinations?
No, Your Majesty.
Good. I wanted to tell you myself. Well, you passed.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I sent for you because I desire to know how you did it.
We just did the best we could, Your Majesty.
The best you could? The best you could do was 10 times better than any of the others. You're 10 times wiser, quicker to understand, more gracious. I want to know how you did it.
We just studied, Your Majesty, and did our best. The Lord our God did the rest. He gave us wisdom and understanding.
Your God did this? For you? Why?
Because, Your Majesty, we worship him, obey his word, and reverence and trust him in all things. Were it not for our God, we would be as mere children among the wise men and princes of Babylon.
I wish all my court members were children like you. 10 times wiser. Unbelievable yet true. 10 times.
Come to order, please. Come to order. This gathering has been called because we, individually and collectively, represent the power behind the throne of Nebuchadnezzar. As wise men, magicians, astrologers, and officers of the court, we are consulted by His Majesty in matters of state, foreign policy, and all things dealing with the governing of the great empire of Babylon. Specifically, we are here to discuss and deal with the problem of those 4 young upstarts from Judah.
And it is a problem. Somehow they make it appear that they are 10 times more intelligent than we.
Well, let us face the facts. These 4 young men are what they seem to be. In physical strength and beauty and mental vigor and literary attainment, they stand unrivaled. I noticed them as they mixed with the men from other lands, men of high talent, men richly endowed with natural gifts and great culture. And these 4 young men stood out like a mountain of intelligence and good manners. Yet somehow, we must neutralize their influence with Nebuchadnezzar, or our positions of prestige and power are in danger.
Does the chief wise man have a suggestion?
Oh, indeed I do. As chief counselor and wise man, I'm notified directly by the king when he desires advice or a conference. In turn, I notify each of you. But I will not notify these 4 young men from Judah. None of the rest of you are to either, or even mention it to them. Understand?
Oh, indeed I do. Yes, that will stop them. They're new to the court. Certainly Nebuchadnezzar won't miss them. Soon he will have forgotten them.
Oh, and we? We shall once again be the power behind the throne of Nebuchadnezzar.
Wonderful.
I'm coming. Yes? Oh, you're from the palace. One of the guards, I believe.
I'm a messenger. I've just been promoted. The king wishes you and all his counselors to come to the throne room.
When?
Immediately. He's beside himself with worry or anger. I don't know which. Anyway, he wants all of you there immediately.
So the wise men, astrologers, magicians, soothsayers, Chaldeans, and counselors came and stood in the throne room, awaiting the entrance of Nebuchadnezzar, their king.
It's scarcely daylight and the king summons us. It must be something awfully important.
I care not what it is, just so it isn't bad news.
But bad news?
I don't trust Daniel and those 3 friends of his. Just a word from any of them and His Majesty might investigate and discover the fraud that I mean, the king might dismiss us from his service.
Did the messenger say what the king wants?
No.
Which messenger was it?
A new one. Oh, there he is now. Messenger! Messenger!
I hope he knows what the king wants.
You called me, sir.
Yes. Do you know what the king wants of us?
He didn't say, sir.
But do you know what happened that His Majesty called us so early in the morning?
Oh, that. Yes, sir, I know what happened, all right. He had a dream. Well, at least he kept ranting and raving about a dream. Wants us to know all about this dream he had last night.
Oh, thank you, messenger.
You're most welcome, sir.
His Majesty has had another of his dreams. Wants us to interpret it, no doubt.
And as usual, we'll make up an interpretation. He won't know if it's a true one or not.
Bow the knee! His Majesty Nebuchadnezzar, king of the mighty Babylonian Empire, enters and sits upon the throne.
Arise. Last night I dreamed a dream. A terrible dream. At least it had a terrible ending. I am troubled in spirit. I must know the dream's meaning.
That's a simple thing our king asks. Just tell us, your majesty, what the dream was and its ending, and we will show thee the interpretation thereof.
Oh, the dream. I cannot recall what it was. It's gone from me.
Oh, well, how can His Majesty expect us to give him an interpretation unless we know the dream?
You are wise men.
Oh, the wisest in the world, your majesty.
As wise men, astrologers, and magicians, you claim to have knowledge of all secrets, even the secrets of the gods?
Yes, O king.
Then make known to me what I dreamed. If you are unable to, you are frauds and liars and shall be cut in pieces and perish. But if you can show me the dream and its interpretation, you shall receive gifts and rewards and great honor. Now, tell me the dream and the interpretation. Tell me or you die.
Well, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation thereof.
You have been deceiving me all the time.
I know.
Telling me you know all secrets. Have you been lying to me? Now tell me what I dreamed. Then shall I know that you can also show me the correct interpretation.
O king, there is not a man upon the face of the earth who can tell another man what he has dreamed. Only the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh, can make known dreams.
You told me you could talk with the gods. Captain, cast these men in prison and bind them with chains.
No.
They're cheap tricksters.
No, Your Majesty.
Get them out of my sight. They are not wise men. They are cheats and liars.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Scribe! Scribe! Write this down upon parchment and see that it is obeyed to the letter. I, Nebuchadnezzar, great king of Babylon, do hereby decree that all wise men and astrologers and soothsayers in Babylon shall be put to death. Affix my signature and signet and give it to the captain of my guards. Lie to me, will they?
I, Nebuchadnezzar, great king of Babylon, do hereby decree that all wise men, astrologers, and soothsayers in Babylon be put to death. Quite a drastic decree, don't you think?
No, I'd do the same if I were the king. They're not wise men, except when it comes to fooling the king.
But I wasn't thinking of them. I had Daniel and his 3 friends in mind.
The decree does include them, doesn't it?
I simply can't behead them. But I must obey the king.
Perhaps Nebuchadnezzar would make an exception in their case.
Perhaps. If you will go to him and request the exception.
Who? Me? Oh, no. He'd have me beheaded. One doesn't question his decrees.
True. So be it. Why couldn't I have been a groom or a maker of bread or some simple thing instead of captain of the guards and have to arrest and execute 4 of my best friends?
Someone here to see thee, Daniel.
Well, if it isn't Arioch, captain of the king's guards. Glad you could come. Sit down for a while.
No, thanks, Daniel. I'm here on business, the king's business. I don't know what... Oh, Daniel, I wish you and your 3 friends would beat me unconscious, then take off and run for your lives. Escape.
Escape what, Arioch?
The anger of the king. No, I don't mean that. He isn't angry at you at all. But he is with the other wise men. He's ordered every wise man executed.
That includes us.
Wasn't the king's order rather hasty?
Yes, but I don't blame him. I mean, the wise men are fakes. I don't mean you, Daniel, or you 3 either. But the others have been fooling the king all along into believing they can interpret dreams and tell the future and reveal secrets. They can do none of these things.
And the king discovered their deceptions. Just what did happen anyway?
The king, he had a dream and asked the wise men to interpret it. And of course they couldn't.
I'm surprised they didn't make up some sort of interpretation. The king wouldn't have known the difference.
They would have, no doubt, had it been that simple, but it wasn't. The king had forgotten the dream and wanted the wise men to tell him the dream, then interpret it.
Well, they couldn't make up a dream. The king would have known it was a lie. They were in trouble, weren't they? What am I laughing at? That death decree includes us.
Arioch, I wonder if you would do us a favor.
Anything, Daniel, anything.
Take me to the king. I wish to speak to him.
You haven't been granted an audience or sent for.
No, Arioch, but I don't think the king will be angry.
For you, I'll do it. Even if I do lose my head.
Daniel? He wants an audience? Just who is Daniel?
He's a member of your court, O king. A wise man. His Babylonian name is Belteshazzar. He was one of the 4 who made grades 10 times better than any of the...
Oh, him. Yes, I remember him. Audience granted. Show him in. Show him in.
You may step forward and bow the knee.
Long live Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon.
Greetings, Daniel. You seek a royal favor, yes?
His Majesty remembers that I am one of his wise men.
One of my wise men. You're wiser than all the rest put together.
His Majesty decreed that his wise men should be put to death.
I did? Oh, I did, didn't I? I didn't think about you. I didn't have you in mind when I... Maybe you can tell me my dream and interpret it.
My God will reveal the secret to me, and I shall show the king the interpretation. All I need, Your Majesty, is time to communicate with my God. Then I shall return and give the king an answer.
Well, I hope you're not merely stalling for time, Daniel. But I'll give you a chance. The time you request is granted.
O God of heaven, be merciful to me, a sinner, and help me and my companions to serve thee faithfully, though the heavens fall about us. O God, have mercy upon us that we perish not with the other wise men of Babylon. Nevertheless, O God, thy will be done. Shadrach, Abednego, Meshach, I have good tidings. The Lord God we serve is merciful and just.
Well, that's no news, Daniel. God is merciful and just, always has been and always will be. Well, tell us the rest. What happened?
Yes, why don't you...
But during the night, I had a dream.
A duplicate of the one King Nebuchadnezzar had?
The same.
God is merciful.
We serve a living God. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He'th made known the king's dream and the interpretation thereof. Blessed be the name of God forever.
Blessed be the name of God forever. Well, hadn't you better make haste to Arioch and ask to see the king, lest the other wise men be destroyed before you can prevent it?
Greetings to thee this fine morning, Arioch.
Greetings, Daniel.
Have you yet executed any of the wise men?
No.
Well, don't. Take me in before the king, and I shall make known unto him his dream and the interpretation thereof.
Long live Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon.
Oh, yes, Captain.
I, captain of the royal guards, have found a man, O king, who is able to make known unto the king his dream and what it means. I found him, your majesty, among the captives of Judah.
Well, get him. Bring him forth. I'm anxious to know what I dreamed and its interpretation.
This is he, your majesty.
Long live Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon.
Oh, it's you, Daniel. Are you able to make known what I dreamed and the interpretation thereof? Are you? Are you or are you not? I, Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonian Empire, ask you, Daniel, can you or can you not tell me what I dreamed? Well?
The dream His Majesty had, is he unable to remember it?
I remember it had some sort of a horrible ending, but I can't remember what, or the dream itself.
The wise men, the astrologers, magicians, soothsayers, they have claimed for years that they can reveal all secrets. Were they not able to tell the king his dream?
They are fakes. Been leading me on and lying to me all this time. But you, Daniel, surely you can tell me the secret. You're 10 times wiser than all my counselors put together. You can, can't you?
No. But, Your Majesty, there is a God in heaven, he whom I honor and worship, who revealeth secrets and maketh known to King Nebuchadnezzar his dream and the interpretation thereof.
Well, tell me.
As thou, O king, lay upon thy bed, thou wast wondering what the future would be.
Yes, that is what I was thinking. I remember now.
The dream thou had, O king, reveals some of the things that shall come to pass in the future.
I knew you could do it, Daniel. You're a great man.
O king, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom I have, but for the sakes of the people of the future, and that thou, O king, might have the answers to the thoughts in thy heart.
The dream, Daniel, what was it?
In thy dream, O king, thou sawest and beheld a great image.
I did.
This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form of it was imposing.
I remember now.
The head of the image was made of gold.
Solid gold, bright as the sun.
The breast and the arms of the image were silver.
Yes, I remember that now, too. And the rest of the image was made of something else. What, Daniel?
His belly and thighs were made of brass. His legs were of iron, and his feet were part iron and part clay.
It all comes back to me now. Suddenly this great image stood in front of me, towering above me like some huge god. I remember wondering about the silver and clay, the gold and the iron. Then something terrible happened. I can't quite recall what it was.
Thou sawest, O king, a stone cut out without hands.
Yes, I remember. It was frightening.
Without warning, this stone suddenly came and fell upon the feet of the image and brake them into pieces. The entire image crumbled into dust like the chaff on the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried the gold and silver, the iron and clay away, and they could be found no more.
Exactly as I dreamed it, Daniel, in every detail. Your God is great. But that isn't quite all the dream, is it, Daniel? Seems like there was something else.
O king, live forever. The stone that had smote the image suddenly began to grow larger and larger until it filled the whole earth.
Oh, the stone of magic. I remember thinking that in my dream. I also remember thinking what a shame it was that so much gold and silver had to be lost like chaff in the summer breeze. That is all I dreamed, isn't it, Daniel?
That is the dream, Your Majesty.
The other wise men were right about one thing. No man could possibly be wise enough to know what another man dreameth. Neither could idols of wood and stone. Only a living God could. Your God must be a wonderful God, Daniel.
He is the one and only God, Your Majesty.
It has a special meaning, the dream?
The dream, Your Majesty, tells the events of nations and people down to the end of time.
I may die yet today. So might you, Daniel. How can any person possibly know this and foretell it?
Oh, man cannot, Your Majesty. Only the God of creation can.
But the image I saw, made of gold, silver, iron, and clay, how can it possibly represent the future? And that magic stone, what event can it have reference to?
The Lord God of heaven shall reveal the interpretation of the dream.
What does it all mean, Daniel? An image made of different metals and a stone of magic that knocks the image to pieces.
His Majesty is a great king, for the God of heaven hath given thee the kingdom of Babylon. He hath given thee power and strength and glory above all the kings. Wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field, the fowls of heaven hath God given unto thy hands to rule over them all.
My kingdom is a worldwide kingdom, and I am powerful. My glory exceeds that of any other man or king. I rule the world.
Nebuchadnezzar, king of all Babylon, thou art this head of gold.
The golden head of that huge image I dreamed of represents me?
Thee and thy kingdom, Your Majesty, are represented by the golden head.
Gold is the most precious of all metals, and Babylon is the richest of all nations. Yes, I see.
Babylon shall fall, O Nebuchadnezzar, and another kingdom shall take its place, an inferior nation, even as silver is inferior to gold.
Babylon fall?
It shall come to pass.
But why, Daniel? Why?
O king, if you and the kings that follow you upon the throne of Babylon would exalt the true God and worship him, Babylon would never fall until the time of the end. But thou, O king, and the kings after thee, shall make God their refuge and their strength only when harassed and perplexed.
But, Daniel, I recognize and acknowledge that your God is the only living God with power to give thrones and take them away.
As long as you reverence and obey the King of Kings, your throne is assured. But, O king, those that come after you will forget God, and the kingdom shall be taken away from them and given to another. And that kingdom shall also fall to a kingdom likened unto brass, and it shall bear rule over all the earth. The legs of iron of the image represents yet another kingdom, the fourth.
The iron. Does it have any special meaning?
Iron is strong and hard. It breaketh into pieces all other things. So shall this fourth kingdom rule with an iron hand, and break into pieces nations and tongues and peoples.
So far, your interpretation, Daniel, of the dream I had is reasonable and will probably come to pass just as you have said. But, Daniel, does it have to be? Does Babylon have to come to an end, and the other nations?
The Lord God of heaven is just, loving, long-suffering, and a forgiving God. He is anxious that all confess and forsake their sins. If thou, O king, and thy people were to do this, and the kings after thee, keep always the love of God before them, Babylon would never end.
I think I understand, Daniel. And the toes of the image, you said they were partly iron and partly clay.
The kingdom of iron shall be divided into 10 kingdoms, even as the legs are divided into 10 toes. They shall be partly strong, like iron, and partly weak, like clay.
Yes, I see.
They shall not cleave together, even as clay cannot be mixed with iron.
How far in the future is all this, Daniel?
Thou, O Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, art the first kingdom, the head of gold. The 10 kingdoms of the toes are the last kingdoms.
The last kingdoms? You mean there will be no more kingdoms at all?
No, king. The stone cut out of the mountain without hands shall break them into pieces, and they shall be no more.
Oh, yes, that magic stone. Just what is it, Daniel? Or who?
In the days of the 10 kings shall the God of heaven set up his kingdom, which shall never be destroyed. His kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Scribe, princes, all members of my court here present, I, Nebuchadnezzar, great king of Babylon, do command you to bow the knee before Daniel. Of a truth, Daniel, your God is a God of gods, a Lord of lords, and a revealer of secrets, seeing he hast revealed unto thee the secrets of the future. My court may arise.
Long live Daniel, wisest of the wise and a revealer of secrets.
Long live Daniel, wisest of the wise and a revealer of secrets.
Scribe, write upon a scroll and send messengers throughout all Babylon, that I, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, do hereby decree that Daniel shall henceforth be ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over the wise men of Babylon.
Oh, what are we to do?
It's all your fault.
Mine?
You were chief of the wise men, remember? You suggested that we not summon Daniel whenever the king requested our presence. Remember that?
Yes, but what has that got to do with what happened?
Had we accepted Daniel as one of us and included him in conferences with the king, we could have taken part of the credit for Daniel's telling and interpreting of the king's dream. We would have shared in the gifts and rewards and position given Daniel. Now we have nothing. Daniel is to rule over us. He is next in power to the king himself. And Daniel's 3 friends, even they have more position and power than we do.
I was chief of the wise men and counselors. Daniel stole that from right under my nose.
That proves how wise he is.
It proves we owe Daniel a debt, and we're going to pay it.
Gratitude.
Gratitude? The opposite, revenge. And he'll get it in full measure.
How, pray tell?
Now, think of a way.
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't tangle with Daniel more than I had to. The history of Israel, their deliverance from bondage in Egypt, their conquest of Canaan, and many, many other incidents tend to prove that their God is still living and powerful.
What?
That God uses his power in Daniel's behalf.
That's not true. It can't be. If Israel's God is still their God, how is it that Babylon reduced Jerusalem and the other cities of Israel to ashes?
I don't know, and I don't care. If I were you, and as wise as you claim to be, I would leave Daniel strictly alone. It is true that Jerusalem, all Israel, lies in ruins. It is also true that there are thousands upon thousands of Israelites here in our country as captives. Now, couldn't it be possible that the Israel God raised up Daniel so as to give the thousands of his people here hope for the future and keep alive their faith in him?
Oh, that's idiotic nonsense. I will have revenge upon Daniel and his 3 companions. You can be sure of that. I have it.
You have what?
I thought of a way to get even with Daniel and at the same time put ourselves back into favor with the king.
I warned you, don't forget that to tangle with Daniel is dangerous. He's wise and quick to take advantage of every little opportunity.
But this plan I have is foolproof. Absolutely foolproof. Nothing can go wrong.
Yes, perhaps, but I doubt it.
First, I'll solicit the help of the chief priest of the Babylonian state god. Together, we'll go before the king, and that, my dear magician, will be the beginning of the end of Daniel. What do you think of my plan, Your Grace?
I think it has definite merit. Already King Nebuchadnezzar is forgetting his vow to worship Daniel's God and is returning to his usual allegiance to Baal and the other local Babylonian deities.
But do you think he'll see through the plan?
Who? Nebuchadnezzar?
Mm-hmm.
Never. He is too proud and self-exalting even to suspect an ulterior motive behind a plan to further exalt and make famous his name.
Then you're with us, and you'll go with me to see His Majesty?
I am. And I will, if you will do the talking.
Gladly. of Nebuchadnezzar, great king and founder of mighty Babylon.
Yes, I founded Babylon, and it shall last forever.
Indeed it shall, your majesty, and that is precisely why the high priest and I have come to confer with thee.
Words are meaningless. Just why are you here?
O king, thou knowest that thou art great, even as the gods, and we wise men and priests know it. But the people are not sure. They still fear that Daniel spoke truth when he said that Babylon would come to an end.
Daniel did say that, and come to think of it, I don't like it. I am strong and wise. The empire I founded is strong and indestructible. The buildings I have built are beautiful and everlasting. My kingdom shall have no ending.
Exactly, your majesty. And the people should be told this. They should be made to realize that thou art the greatest king ever to rule among the kingdoms of men.
You come in direct contact with the people, high priest. Just what do the people think about me and my kingdom?
I hesitate to say this, O king, because thou art a powerful king, just, mighty, kind, thoughtful, wise. But the people, they still remember and ponder the words of Daniel. Babylon shall fall, and another kingdom shall take its place, an inferior nation even as silver is inferior to gold.
I must do something to correct the thinking of my people.
With His Majesty's permission, I should like to make a suggestion.
Permission granted.
The image thou sawest in thy dream, O king, was an imposing one. Why not reproduce it in all its splendor? Let the huge image become the national god, a god representing His Majesty. The people shall bow down and worship the image, and thus acknowledge the supremacy and never-ending godliness of thee, O king.
I am much pleased with your suggestion, wise man, and it shall be carried out. The image I build shall be like the one I dreamed about, except my image shall be entirely of gold. And the people shall know that Babylon is eternal, and that it shall break into pieces all other kingdoms. It shall stand forever.
Hail to Nebuchadnezzar, everlasting king of Babylon.
Gather together the wise men and counselors and keepers of my treasure house, the chief of my builders, and all the officers of my court. We shall draw up plans for the image and start building it at once. You may withdraw.
Long live Nebuchadnezzar, everlasting king of Babylon. Open the door, guard, that we may depart. He fell for it. I told you he would.
With his boundless ambition, selfish pride, and enthusiasm, he will build such an image. Even so, I fail to see how this will get rid of Daniel and his 3 friends.
There is enough gold in thy treasure house, O king, to build an image of gold to the height of 60 cubits.
So shall it be.
We have investigated every available and likely place, Your Majesty, and suggest that the image be built in the plain of Dura.
It is so ordered. Captain, I charge you with the full responsibility of guarding the gold being transported from my treasure house to the plain of Dura. Also, the image after it is built.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The image is about finished, Your Grace. About time, don't you think, to make another visit to the king with further suggestions?
The final phase in your scheme to be rid of Daniel and the 3 worthies?
The final touch. The golden image at Dura is about finished, Your Majesty.
So I hear.
Until His Majesty sees the image for himself, he can have no idea how imposing it is. The Babylonians have never seen anything nearly as majestic as this resplendent statue. The people, accustomed to idol worship, will be enthusiastic in their worship of the beautiful and priceless image, representing the glory of Babylon and its magnificence and power. Thou art this image of gold, O king.
Yes. And in bowing down and worshipping the image, the people will be bowing down and worshipping me. I shall be the newest and most powerful of all the Babylonian gods.
In keeping with this, may we suggest that His Majesty issue a decree commanding the princes and rulers of all nations and tongues to gather at Dura on a certain day and bow down and worship the golden image?
I can see it now. The plain crowded with admiring people. At a given signal, everyone shall bow down and worship the image. Me!
The king will issue such a decree?
Immediately. I shall have the scribe write the decree upon a parchment. Then send messengers to all corners of the earth, commanding all princes and rulers to attend the dedication of the image at Dura.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Nebuchadnezzar, everlasting king of the mighty Babylon!
Nebuchadnezzar, everlasting
The appointed day came, and a vast concourse from all nations, people, languages assembled on the plain of Dura.
Every man of any importance from all over the earth is here to worship my image. I am great. I am invincible. I am all-powerful. I am God. Oh, scribe, is all in readiness?
All is ready, Your Majesty.
The furnace?
It burns furiously, Your Majesty, ready to receive and consume anyone who dares refuse to bow down and worship thy image.
No one has the courage to refuse to obey my command. Start the ceremony.
Yes, Your Majesty. Quiet! Quiet! To you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that when you hear the music, ye shall fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, shall the same hour be cast in the midst of the burning, fiery furnace. So be it. Musicians, give the signal.
Wonderful. All the important people of the world bowing to my image, paying me homage. I truly am God.
I beg His Majesty's permission to speak.
Permission granted.
Live forever, great and mighty King and God of all Babylon.
Bow thyself to the ground and have done with your speech.
O King, there are those who bowed not at the blowing of the trumpets.
Someone actually refuses to obey my commands?
The truth, Your Majesty. 3 captive slaves from Jerusalem.
Captain, seize the 3 men who refuse to bow down and worship my image. Cast them into the fiery furnace. No, bring them hither to me. I would look upon those who dare disobey me.
All eyes of that great throng of people watched as soldiers slowly made their way to where 3 captives from Jerusalem, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, stood. The soldiers seized the 3 and dragged them back and cast them roughly at the foot of the throne upon which sat the mighty and angry Nebuchadnezzar. Suddenly, a strange silence hung over the multitude as each ear strained to hear every word spoken by their king and to watch 3 young men cast into the fiery furnace. The golden image was forgotten. The attention of that great crowd centered upon the 3 young men from Jerusalem, 3 captives who had dared disobey the command of the great Nebuchadnezzar.